Excellency Ambassador Francesco Maria Talò and his wife, my dear friend Simonetta della Seta, Mrs. Carmela Callea, Carmela, Maestro Daniel Schinasi and his wife, and of course Sarah Schinasi, my good friend, dear friends, Ambassador of Croatia, Mr. Pierre Simonovic, and all of the dear friends that came here. I'm very happy to stand here today, or rather this evening, at the opening of this wonderful exhibition, Omaggio a Giuseppe Verdi, by Daniel Schinasi. Like almost in every opera house in all over the world, it is the opera's pleasure to take part in celebrating 200 years for Verdi. This is the year where we performed 3 Verdi operas with great enthusiasm and pleasure. Maestro Daniel Schinasi is a dear friend to the Israeli opera, and we cherish the fruitful relationship we have with him throughout the years. Thank you, Maestro Daniel Schinasi. Thank you for the honor and privilege of having you and your beautiful works here with us once again after 11 years. Thank you. Also, I would like to thank again, from the bottom of my heart, to our wonderful partners. First, His Excellency Ambassador Francesco Maria Talò and Mrs. Carmela Callea, the director of the Italian Cultural Institute in Israel, and of course, my dear friend Simonetta. We are grateful for our ongoing partnership, and I promise that we will continue to expose the Italian culture to the Israeli audience with great pleasure, and thanks to you, we will continue to do so. I would like to welcome His Excellency Ambassador Francesco Maria Talò to say a few words.
Thank you. I really appreciate this warm welcoming from the opera, which is so close to us. And it's really a pleasure to be in such a magnificent house of the art, of the music art. But at the end of the day, this is really the house of culture, in the full sense of the word. Because certainly opera is one of the widest manifestation of human culture. We have together all the possible senses being so much highlighted in the superlative form. And certainly Verdi was a master in doing this, was a master in communicating feelings which were already popular, but people were not always able to express them. Was certainly someone who at his time was expressing the feelings of the period of the time, and that's why he was immediately popular, but still today he is certainly one of the most performed musicians all over the world, in theaters everywhere. So it's a pleasure to celebrate 200 years of the birth of Verdi, and to do this with another great artist. An artist who is contemporary to us, Daniel Schinasi, who certainly in some ways I think has many similarities with Giuseppe Verdi in his ability to express feelings and to express the colors, which Verdi did it also in music, but also the ability really to speak to the people, not in a way which needs further interpretation, books on books, art on art, but art which speaks to the hearts, which is direct, which in this way is high but also popular, and therefore is so much connected with Verdi. So I think it's not a chance that you, Maestro, are so much linked with Verdi. We see you interpreted, first of all, his face. So you made portraits in different ways of different times, but also to his operas. And here we have some very nice examples. And you are also someone who exhibits in places where many people walk in and out, like train stations, like this opera. Here we have something which is permanently exposed. Because I understand your need to stay together with the people. You live something which communicates to people. And that's why, for instance, I have the pleasure to spend my time when I work in my office with this Verdi, or at home with other of your nice works. Therefore, I thank you, because you are really a very nice link between Italy, in your case Livorno, Llangorn, but not only, because we have to say you are a wonderful example of this Mediterranean basin we share together with Israel, with your roots in the Jewish culture of Mediterranean, from Egypt to Llangorn, to Tuscany, to Israel, of course, to Côte d'Azur. And these are the colors of the Mediterranean. Colors of life, colors of hope, colors of expression and communication. We need to communicate. That's why we are here, enjoying tonight Traviata, which maybe was a story of miscommunication. And we enjoyed shortly ago Othello, which was a little bit farther in time but closer in the space with this land, but always so much Italian, in that case with the Venetian accent. And therefore I thank you very much. I thank the Opera of Tel Aviv and of course the Italian Cultural Institute, which was able to put all of us together. Maestro.
I have the same bird of Verdi.
You see, which was, how was born the idea to have the bird like this?
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. As a director of the Italian Cultural Institute in Tel Aviv, I am delighted that we are partner in organizing this exhibition with the Israeli Opera, and in particular I would like to thank its General Director, Madame Hanna Munitz. Particular thanks are due, of course, to Mr. Francesco Maria Talò, the Italian ambassador to Israel, who has kindly agreed to open this exhibition in this evening. And a very special and warm welcome to both of you. Needless to say, we are very grateful to Maestro Daniel Schinasi, who has come from Nice specifically to be with us this evening with his wife. And of course, I must also thank his daughter, Sarah Schinasi, the driving force of this exhibition, and at the same time who is the curator of this exhibition. The Italian Cultural Institute warmly welcome Maestro Schinasi's proposal to organize this exhibition, which pays an homage to Giuseppe Verdi. In these works, Maestro Daniel Schinasi expresses his admiration for Giuseppe Verdi, not only for the grandeur of his immortal music, but at the same time because Verdi was a moral guide of young patriots who fought for the unification of Italy during the Risorgimento in 19th century. Maestro Daniel Schinasi told me that he painted these works whilst listening to Verdi's music. So, art established a relation between two men of genius, one a musician and the other a painter. And I think that these two outstanding men, Giuseppe Verdi from 19th century and Maestro Daniel Schinasi himself from our own times, have been able to span these centuries because of a miracle of which only art can do. So two men of genius can together ahead of their times can express their love of life and their love of humanity for all time. Once again, I would like to thank the Israeli Opera and the General Director, Hanna Munitz. I am personally particularly grateful for the friendship she has shown me since I first arrived in Tel Aviv. Thank you very much, Hanna. And at the same time, I would like to thank all the staff of the Israeli Opera. I don't remember all names, but Ayala Tidara, I would like to thank the Israeli Arts Center for the space, and I would like to thank all my staff, particularly Sharon Hassan, who is with us tonight, and Marina Trivella, Maestro Schinasi knows, who works very hard for this exhibition. And I would like to thank once again Sarah for this, and now I leave you in the hands of Maestro Schinasi, and I take this opportunity of expressing my personal admiration for Maestro Daniel Schinasi, and at the same time I would like to thank to Maestro Schinasi for the gift of his works and for his personal presence here. Please.
It's not very easy to speak to more of these people I love and to be near Hanna Munitz, Francesco Maria Talò and Carmela Callea. Buongiorno a tutti. Good morning to you all. Bonjour à tout le monde. Because sometimes we have Italian people, French people, English people. I have first to thank really the Italian Institute and the Israeli Opera and the ambassador for giving me the possibility to realize this project. It is born last year and it comes slowly to be created, and now today we are happy to show you this project finished with these portraits and some compositions. I know Verdi from many years about his music, and I did some portraits 30 years ago, 25 years ago, but this time I thought that a new project about Verdi for his 200 years from his birth, it will be a very interesting event in Tel Aviv. And I find opening from Hanna Munitz, from Carmela, from the ambassador, who give me the possibility to expose these paintings. It was difficult to realize 7 portraits in 6 months. Verdi, I had the possibility to study his life. I have been to take some books about his letters, to know the protagonist of his life, like Francesco Maria Piave, who writes his books about the opera, Giulio Ricordi, the editor, who gave him the possibility to make the opera, and Giuseppina Strepponi, who was the first soprano of Nabucco, and after she lived with him all the life. I will be fond of this protagonist, and really one time when I had Giuseppina Strepponi working on his portrait, I will be fond of this woman. I don't know her, but she has something very interesting about the music and the life of Verdi. In this exhibition, we have the portrait of Mario Del Monaco, tenor, who was one of the most important Italian tenor for the Italian opera. He is the father of Giancarlo Del Monaco, who we love him. Perhaps he will come to see this exhibition. About the portraits of you can see in these exhibitions, you have the Verdi Young. It is one of the inedit portraits do it by an artist, and I think it's one of the most important, because never people, artists, draw or paint Verdi when he was young. He was painted by Boldini, and with the black hair. And there is an edition I do, you can see it here in this exhibition. 3 paintings express Othello, Nabucco and Aida. And there is one about Traviata. You can see these paintings. I am disponible to be near you if you want to have more information about what I did for this exhibition. Thank you very much for you coming here. I love you, all of you. Thank you.